I'm Tommy Marks. I'm the Vice President and COO of the Capital Region Minority Supply Development Council and the Director of the Virginia Minority Business Development Agency, located with the Mason Enterprise Center in Fairfax, Virginia. The council is one of 23 regional affiliates of the National Minority Supply Development Council, located headquarters out of New York. And the council's primary mission is the link between corporate America and minority business enterprises. And we actually certify, really on behalf of corporate America, those minority businesses that want to do business with in the corporate world. And we've been around since 1972 doing those certifications. It's a private certification. It's not a required certification for government work, but it helps working with the corporations, and that's across all portfolios. So the Business Center belongs to the Department of Commerce, United States Department of Commerce, and their agency within the Commerce is the Minority Business Development Agency. It's been around since 1969, established by an executive order by President Nixon. An MBDA, as we call it, was codified in law by President Biden in November of 2021. But their mission has been to work with minority businesses in 5 ethnic groups: African American, Asian American, Native American, which include our Alaskan Natives, and Hispanic Americans, and a set of Jewish Americans. And in the Asian Americans, it includes Asian Indians. And in those companies, if a company qualifies based on ethnicity currently, then there's also revenue base, which is established companies with $500,000 in revenue. The link between the council and the center is that my president, Sharon Pender, who runs and operates the CRMSDC, as we call it, competed for the right to operate a business center on behalf of the Department of Commerce. And there are 50 of these business centers in the network across the United States. And we're one of the entities. We're a nonprofit that actually runs the day-to-day operations. And so there's a synergy with, the council certifies minority businesses. The center does business consultation, and that doesn't cost the company any money for our consultation. And the consultation centers on business development, access to capital, access to contracts, providing assistance with their management, technical and financial functions. We actually, we're in that family arena of helping businesses grow and sustain. A minimum revenue is $500,000, so that tells you we're working with established businesses, not startups. But we get inquiries from startups, from new entrepreneurs. So we partner with resource partners like the accelerator that the Mason Enterprise Center has, now called APEX, formerly Procurement Technical Assistance Center, which is supported by the Department of Defense, or funded, I should say, by the Department of Defense, and George Mason executes that. And then the Small Business Development Centers, which is a small business administration entity that the MEC also operates. And so, we're all still in the same arena. And so we partner with them on that side of the house. We also partner with, when we talk about access to capital, we partner with banks and funding institutions to include community development financial institutions, which the Mason Enterprise Center has one located in Springfield that we can refer businesses to based on what their needs are. For us, if a business is interested in seeking help on those areas I talked about, then they should reach out to us. Again, it doesn't cost them any money for the services. They've already paid for. I always say you've already paid for your tax dollars, right? But it's a resource that, and as we know, a lot of small and smaller minority businesses are normally one deep when they really, even if they're making $500,000, they don't necessarily have a full-time staff. So the expertise that we bring to the table, my office itself consists of 5 people. Myself, a project analyst, and 3 consultants. And between the 3 consultants, so we have over 100 years of acquisition contracting background at all levels. And so we can share that with you as you try to determine building a pipeline, trying to get appointments with agencies or businesses you're trying to do business with, and we'll assist with that. So that door is open. They can call anytime. The simplest way is we have a website, and that website is www.mbda-virginia.com. You can go to that website. It has client registration. Click on the link, and it takes you to a page that has live links to a company profile, a 2-page we ask for information on. And some of that information, obviously, it's your name, but revenue, background. And what I've told people, if you don't meet that revenue, don't let that stop you from filling out an application and sending it in, right? And then, because you still get, ultimately, my goal is to help you get where you need to be. But you send that in along with your capability statement to the email address that's in there. And my able-bodied assistant, Claudia Barrera, will contact them and set up a 30-minute one-on-one. And that's always with me, initial conversation. And but we're located with the Mason Enterprise Center, and our doors are open 5 days a week. It's a great opportunity. Not everyone signs up with us, but I believe we have information that we definitely get folks where they need to be. And if you come and you're not at the level where we think you are, and I'll give you this example, you might be doing 400,000, 450. Then for me, I'm looking at where you're trying to go, and chances are I sign you up. But if you're just starting out, I want to get you to where you need to be so that those folks can help you out, and then you always can come back. And the ultimate goal is to get the word out about the organization, what we do and what we offer. And we actually work across the entire Commonwealth of Virginia. We're located at this headquarters here in Fairfax, but I have an office, in Richmond, Virginia, to try to spread our wings to the southern part of the Commonwealth. So we welcome the chance to talk with folks, and look forward to it.